Dad.
Just what happened? A plane crash across the ocean leads to questions for Central Texans. Tonight, investigators with the NTSB are on their way to Melbourne, Australia to help with the search for answers in an accident that killed 5 people.
4 of them friends, all men from the Austin area. John Washburn, Greg DeHaven, and Russell Munch lived in the same Spicewood neighborhood. Their friend, Glenn Garland of Austin, was also on board when that plane crashed last night. They were on a golfing vacation. Washburn's daughter spoke to reporters over the phone.
We're heartbroken, but I guess the only solace is that, you know, he was pursuing what he loves to do. I mean, he was pursuing his passions.
The pilot reported catastrophic engine failure not long after takeoff, just moments before impact into a shopping mall. As KXAN's Brittany Glass learned, there may be a pattern of engine failure among these planes when they're pushed the limit.
When aviation attorney Mike Slack saw this footage, he started asking questions.
Usually with a King Air, there's adequate power in the remaining engine for the pilot to, first of all, continue to climb.
Something happened that prevented a safe landing.
The 2 things that I heard King Air, which means PT-6A, and I heard charter. Now, those 2 pieces together start to tell a little bit more of a story.
The men were on a twin-engine Beechcraft Super King Air, similar to this plane. So what's next? Investigators will work to find out that particular plane's flight and mechanical history to try to figure out what caused that crash.
Slack says after working on several King Air cases over the years dealing with engine failure, there may be a pattern.
It suggests the possibility that this is an engine that could have been in what we call extended overhaul.
By design, Slack says these engines are meant to be overhauled at 3,000 hours of flight use, meaning the engines are opened up and reassembled if necessary. But that's not always what happens.
Some operators, those are people that run charter operations, have been granted extended time of overhaul.
In some cases, doubling the flight time before a major checkup.
How far beyond, if it was, its 3,000 hours was it, and what had taken place in this engine's life for people to take a good close look at it.
Brittany Glass, KXAN News.
According to registry records, we know the aircraft was manufactured in 1996 and owned by a company in Wichita, Kansas. It is unclear when the plane was sold and then shipped to Australia. This same type of aircraft was involved in a very similar crash 2.5 years ago. In October of 2014, 4 people were killed when a Beechcraft King Air slammed into a flight training building at Wichita's airport in Kansas. The pilot and 3 people inside the building died. The National Transportation Safety Board said the plane was only airborne for about 26 seconds when the pilot reported engine failure and tried to make it back to the runway. Last year, the NTSB filed a probable cause report blaming the pilot. Officials said he failed to control the aircraft and did not follow emergency procedures for an engine failure during takeoff.